A father's love is supposed to be unbreakable, but what happens when that love turns into betrayal? Amy Fleming has always believed her dad, Tim, would stand by her side through every storm. But in the most heartbreaking way possible in season 19, that trust is broken. From the very beginning of Heartland, Amy's journey has been shaped by family, especially by her complicated but powerful relationship with her father, Tim Fleming. Amy's childhood was marked by both love and loss. Losing her mother at a young age was the deepest wound she carried, and it left her searching for a sense of stability. In many ways, Tim tried to step into that role, though not always in the right way. He was rough around the edges and stubborn, and he frequently made choices that caused conflict between him and his daughters. Still, despite his flaws, Amy held on to the belief that her father loved her, even when his actions suggested otherwise. Tim was not the picture-perfect dad. He had his battles with his past, his anger, and his choices. Amy, on the other hand, gave him chances throughout each test. She wanted to believe he could change, that he could be the man she and Lou needed him to be. Over the seasons, we saw flashes of that growth, moments when Tim showed up for Amy, stood by her dreams, and encouraged her as she carried on her mother's legacy of working with horses. Those moments made her trust in him grow stronger. And for Amy, trust was everything. Trust wasn't built overnight, it was something she gave carefully. When Tim was there for her after Ty's death, when he helped her navigate being a single mother, and when he supported her during hard times at the ranch, Amy began to see him less as the flawed man from her childhood and more as a father she could truly lean on. To her, this was progress. To her, it was healing. But underneath that bond, cracks remained. Tim was still Tim, sometimes selfish, sometimes impulsive, and often unwilling to admit when he was wrong. In the hope that he would eventually learn from his mistakes, Amy repeatedly extended her forgiveness, ignoring his errors. The truth is that Amy never stopped being the little girl who always wanted her father's approval, honesty, and unconditional love. This is what made the events of season 19 so devastating. Amy saw Tim's betrayal as a result of more than just one decision. It was about everything she had given him, her trust, her forgiveness, and her heart, being shattered in a single moment. This wasn't just another mistake Tim made. This was different. This was personal. We discover as the story progresses that Amy's pain is not sudden. It is the result of years of fragile hope being placed in the hands of a man who never truly let go of his flaws. And when that final betrayal happens, it cuts deeper than anything she has faced before. The pain doesn't come from a stranger. It is not from a close friend. Amy's heartbreak wasn't about land or business. It was about loyalty. It was about the bond between a father and a daughter, and how easily it could shatter when honesty was replaced with lies. In that moment, the Heartland Ranch didn't feel like home to Amy. It felt like a battlefield, a place where her father had chosen his pride over her trust. And as her eyes filled with tears, it was clear this betrayal wasn't something she could forgive with a quick apology. It was something that would linger like a scar in every corner of her heart. What hurts more, the betrayal itself, or realizing the person you trusted most never saw you the way you thought they did?